This is your Weather Xtreme video for Sunday, September the 14th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. Clouds eroded overnight with slightly drier air moving in. There's a look at the Birmingham Skycam from the Alpha Skycam network at ABC 3340 and also at Hamilton. We see that mostly clear skies with just a few passing high cirrus patches. The front that passed through the area on Friday and Saturday is down along the southeast part of the state of Alabama, and that is allowing for a pretty good contrast in both temperature and dew point. We see that especially the dew points in the mid-50s across the Tennessee River Valley, while they're still in the lower 70s across the southeast part of the state. So a nice contrast. Because of the moisture being deeper down in the southeast, that's probably where the showers will be. In the upper atmosphere, we have an elongated upper ridge across the southern tier of the United States from Texas to the southeast coast, but that trough moving toward the Great Lakes is likely to influence us on Monday. Precipitation-wise, it looks like much of the precipitation for central Alabama will come primarily on Monday, ending early Tuesday, as that shortwave trough moves by and helps to influence our weather pattern. Storm Prediction Center is not outlooking any slight risk areas for the next 3 days. On day one, they do have a small area for C-text along the Nebraska-Kansas border. Tropics remain somewhat active. The area of disturbed weather in the that we call Edouard is moving out in the open Atlantic, expected to become a hurricane later today, and then move generally northwest and then northerly, so staying well out to sea, not a threat to any land masses. The area of disturbed weather in the central Gulf, or southeastern Gulf actually, is moving generally westward and has become very ill-defined, and the area out by the Cape Verde Islands is not likely to develop into anything. There's a look at the 060 GFS model run this morning, and once again, I think the greatest threat for showers is going to be down across the southern part of Alabama and South Alabama, where the moisture levels, as we see from precipitable water values, will remain the highest today as we stay in slightly drier air. Can't rule out the possibility maybe of an isolated shower in the I-20 corridor, but think probably the better chances, as we saw yesterday, down in the south part. That trough moves across into the Lake Michigan area on Monday, and I think the extent of that trough is far enough south that it will help to increase our chances for showers and thunderstorms. As the high moves off to the east, the surface high, we see the moisture increase, and indeed precipitable water values come up to very close to 2 inches, and I think that will allow us to see scattered to numerous showers across the area. But that trough moves quickly by, so by Tuesday, early Tuesday, I think the shower chances drop off pretty quickly, and we see that the drying again begins to occur, and we notice on the precipitable water values once again that you can see that drying quite active as the precipitable waters values drop below 1.5 inches across the Tennessee River Valley. When we get out to Wednesday, the upper trough is more or less positioned over the east coast of the U.S., and with that northwesterly flow, I think we see good drying. So it looks like dry for the middle of the week, and then we stay that way probably for Thursday with a good northwesterly flow. May see some few passing clouds from time to time with a surface high just to the north of the Great Lakes. The upper trough maintains itself into Friday, but we begin to see the ridge edge our way. So by Friday, we should see some warming. And by Saturday, the ridge becomes a little more enhanced over the eastern half of the country. So Saturday could be a fairly warm day across central Alabama. Looking out into Voodoo country, the GFS maintains the idea of the troughiness over the eastern half of the country into week 2 with a fairly substantial ridge over the western U.S. And the trough mainly along the eastern coast of the U.S. But by the end of the period, around the 28th of September, we see some a little bit of a elongated ridge once again and some tropical mischief. Once again, we're way out into Voodoo country, so not putting a lot of faith in this, but certainly the GFS suggesting something perhaps south of New Orleans in the Gulf of Mexico. We'll have to wait and see on that. That'll do it for the Weather Extreme video for this Sunday. James Spann will be back with the next edition first thing on Monday. In the meantime, enjoy your Sunday, and Godspeed.